Good morning, everyone. We're on day 2 of introducing you to our Viewers' Choice winners. So you hope you never need her. But what peace of mind to have all the insurance you might need in case of an emergency. Angela Criddle and Shelter Insurance have the viewers' votes as the best insurance company in the WCBI Viewers' Choice. And Angela is here with us at the table this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about your business. You're an independent agent under Shelter Insurance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been in the insurance business?
I've been in the insurance business for about 21 years, and I've owned my own agency for 1.
So talk to us about, we talk about the fact that you always hear people say, you don't need insurance until you need it. So you have to have it. And usually when people are calling you to file a claim or do something that has to do with their insurance, they're probably kind of at a low point. Something bad has happened, right?
That is correct, yes. What we do is we sell a promise that we're going to be there if you need us in the event that any of these ifs happen. So we just want to be there and guide you through that and go through that whole claims process with you so you don't have any fears or worries as you go through that.
If the if does happen, let's talk about a minimal if. Let's say we have car insurance and I get into a little bit of fender bender on Highway 45 in Columbus or whatever. What is my first course of action?
The first course of action is to check and make sure everybody's okay and
Yes.
turn off your car.
Right.
The second, you want to call the police. Sometimes they don't think you should call the police. Well, let's handle this out of pocket or whatever. It's always best to call the police. That way the insurance can take care of it for you. If you handle it on your own, it cuts out the insurance company.
That's what I was going to say. What sort of situation does that get into if the two people just sort of try to work it out on their own?
Well, when it comes to they've thought about it, they've talked to other people, well, now you need to get the insurance involved. The quote's higher. Maybe I hit this part of their car and they're trying to claim I hit this, or maybe they're trying to say something completely different happened. So it's good to call the police and then call your insurance agent.
Okay.
And they'll guide you through the process of what to do next.
Is it a good idea to take pictures? Because often people do things like that on the scene of an accident.
It is very good to take pictures.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's talk a little bit then about if you own a home, you have to have insurance. So, but we're here in a college town area. We've got Mississippi State, we've got Oxford, and lots of college students who are transient residents of our community. Most of them rent. Talk about the importance of rental insurance.
Renter's insurance is very important as well. It covers not just your property that could be damaged, but it gives you some liability coverage and other coverages that you may need for damage to other people's property and things like that.
And it's not as expensive as some people might think it would be.
No, it's very, very inexpensive.
All right. Talk about the way you do business and, the viewers who've said that, you're the best in the business.
Well, I try to build a relationship with customers. I do sell insurance, but my job is more to educate you of what's available and see what you need. Not everybody needs the same thing. Not everybody needs the same coverages. So we go over that and customize it for what the customers need.
Being in business is very much about building relationships and building trusts in relationships. How important is that to you in your line of work?
Oh, it's very important. I want to be able to be there and guide you through whatever comes up. If I don't know what's going on with you and I don't have that relationship with you, then I can't be there to protect you.
All right. Well, you're doing a great job, obviously. Congratulations again to you. Thanks so much for being here.
I appreciate it.
All right. When we come back, more of our Viewers' Choice winners. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, everyone. From specific pains to preventative health, our viewers say they turn to Flexx Chiropractic. Dr. Shana Thomas is here this morning, the winner of the best chiropractic clinic in the WCBI Viewers' Choice. Also joining her, Zach Thomas. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And again, congratulations to you. You've sat at this table many times with me before, Dr.
Yes,
Thomas. So let's talk. I want to right off the bat begin when we talk about chiropractic care, because there are a lot of myths surrounding what's good and what's bad about it. Tell us who's good for chiropractic care.
Honestly, anyone that has a spine.
Okay, well, that's all of us.
Because we use it on a daily basis. So it's just very much similar to, we keep maintenance on other things such as our houses, our vehicles, and we utilize those daily. Your body is something you're going to utilize more than that. So it's important that you keep everything in alignment so that way you can move and function the way that you need to and want to.
So patients who might call on you may not be having a specific problem, and this is for overall maintenance and care.
Yes, ma'am, it is. We recommend that people just even get their spine checked in order to make sure that problems don't start. We take a very proactive approach. You know, unfortunately, people do come in the office because they start with pain.
Sure.
But through that process and educating the patient, we're able to transition them to a point of prevention rather than just waiting till a problem happens and being reactive with their health.
One of the conditions we commonly hear of concerning the spine, I think all of us has heard of scoliosis. If someone comes into your office, is this something they already know, or is this something that you find?
It depends. There are a lot of people, especially college students, honestly, that'll come in as continuation of care because it was caught early and they just want to maintain it. And then there are some people that they come in our office with low back pain or mid back pain, and we are finding it and letting them know that this is contributing to what they're feeling.
Zach, you see a lot of the patients who come through there on a day-to-day basis who may start off coming in lots of pain, and over time, what do you see progressing with them?
That's a great question. You know, a lot of people do come for us for pain. I would say a majority of our patients are there because they're trying to resolve a discomfort or pain. And I think over time they do realize that their body does have the ability to heal itself given the right tools and the right instruction. And so that's something that we like to provide, is that ability to, or the patient's ability to provide their body's natural ability to overcome some of those obstacles, not only to just get out of pain, but to improve their mobility so that they can have a better quality of life long term.
I bet a lot of what you do in your office is what we're doing around this table, and that's educating people on really to help them get to know their bodies, what's good, what's bad, what should and shouldn't be happening, right?
Yes, 100%. A lot of it is people will let things go because there is a lack of education around what resources they have in order to actually fix the problem.
And sometimes we just sort of reach for the ibuprofen so we can kind of
Yes.
keep going. A typical visit for you, for somebody who's coming in just for that regular maintenance, what happens during a typical visit?
For a typical visit, it is case-by-case basis, but most of the time they're getting a chiropractic adjustment, maybe some therapies depending on how far along they are in their care. So it's a very easy process.
All right. Well, you're doing a great job at it. Our viewers think so. Again, thank you so much, and congratulations on being named the best chiropractic clinic.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it. Stay with us. More of our Viewers' Choice winners when we come back. All right, welcome back, everyone. If you're out on the road and you need some help, you may want to call B&B Towing. That's what a lot of our viewers have done. Brittany and Bubba Suter are the owners of B&B Towing and the winners of Best Towing Company. And one half of that group, well, actually, two of you are here today, but neither of you drives, but you're both in the family business.
Yes.
Brittany, thank you so much for being here with us, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And this is your daughter, Haley. How are you, Haley?
Good.
Do you drive the truck? Not much at all. I'm thinking you don't either. Let's talk a little bit about the towing business. We talked with our insurance agent earlier, and one of the things I said to her is that often when people call you, is something bad probably has happened. Which in you all's case, you probably need some
Yes,
help on the
ma'am.
side of the road, right?
Yes, if they have a wreck, they can call or they can tell the local police. They request B&B Towing to get their vehicle. We're not on rotation, so they're not going to dispatch us out, but you can request.
One thing about your line of business too is just sort of a 24-hour on-call business,
Yes.
right?
And he's a one-man, one-truck show, but he's always on the go. He sleeps when he can, and he gets to everybody.
When people are calling, obviously you're going to need the location, but what kind of other information does he need to know if we call you and you need a tow, I've had a wreck, or I'm just stuck on the side of the road, or whatever it is, what other information are you going to need to know at that
We
moment?
normally ask, where's it at, where's it being taken to, what's wrong with it, like if it's got a flat tire on the front, the rear, if it's all-wheel drive, just in case he needs his dollies or what equipment he needs on the truck to come get your vehicle.
One thing we find in our newsroom is on rainy days, there are a lot of slide in the ditches, fender
Yes.
benders. Are your rainy days as busy as we
They
think
are,
they might be?
especially on the highway going towards Starkville, that rain, it throws them off the road. So they call us, we have to go get them.
Think about days also that they don't happen very often around here, but it will just grind us to a screeching halt, is snow and ice in our area. So what happens for you
Not
during
long
those
ago
times?
when we got the ice, it was bad. He had to slowly get to people, but he got there, got them out, back on the road, and where they needed to be.
Okay. You said you don't drive the truck, but you help to run the business. What's it like, helping your husband and supporting him?
It's
Pretty easy. I just turn all of his billing in to everyone, like State Farms. We bill them direct if you have your roadside, getting payment from roadsides.
And do you need to know that information when you're out there on that night, or is that something you can handle later in terms of, did you have insurance? Do you have the roadside assistance?
We normally get their information when he's out there, just so we have everything. And that way, if they don't have insurance, they have to pay on site or when we drop.
All right. And he's not here with us because he's out there towing somebody
Yes,
as
he
we
is.
speak. Well, congratulations again to you, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
The viewer's choice. Buying a home is one of the biggest life decisions that you can make. That's why so many people trust JTS Mortgage, winners of the viewer's choice for best mortgage firm and home loan provider. Tyler Farnham is with JTS Mortgage, and he's joining us this morning. Congratulations to you, Tyler. Great to have you here. Let's jump right into it. As we mentioned, buying a home is one of the big decisions people make. So when someone is sitting across the desk from you, they are ready to do something monumental.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it is a big step in what they call the American dream. You know, one thing we hit on is you're not just buying a house, you're buying a home to take your family to raise your kids and make everlasting memories.
Sometimes, and especially when these are first-time buyers that are sitting down in front of you, you're really having to guide them step by step, aren't you?
Yeah, sometimes, and there's really is what it is a lot of questions. I mean, because you don't do this every single day. This is something we do every day, and so we're answering a lot of questions and guiding them on, hey, you know, where's your credit need to be? Where's your down payment? Do you need a down payment? What's your monthly payment? What's interest rates? And especially this type of market we're in, interest rate is a very big question everybody has. So
one thing that might surprise people, especially a first-time buyer who's trying to get financing, is that it's a pretty intrusive process. I mean, you're pretty much everything about your financial life, you've got to put it on the table.
Oh yeah, we look at everything from your credit score to your assets and your bank accounts to your income to previous living addresses and everything. So I joke about it. Sometimes we may even get a IV fluid of blood for you too.
Blood test, exactly. That's why I think it's really important to have that great relationship with a mortgage lender, because really you're telling them, you know, every little thing about you, and they hold all of this very private information.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, that's one thing that we strive on and pride ourselves in, is building that relationship with our customers, because you know, like my father started this company back 27 years ago. There's people that he built relationships with that their kids are now coming back and they're now dealing with me, who is second generation in the business as well. So it's really interesting and neat to see that full circle.
Having grown up in the business, first watching your dad and now being in it yourself, what would you say is the best piece of advice you could give someone getting into, who's in the market to buy a house in terms of their finances?
Best thing I can say is deal local.
Okay.
Because you know, you got all these online lenders that they're just, if you fit into that certain box, then it may, you know, help you out. But dealing with somebody local who can help refer you to a realtor that's local to certain areas, or may have listings in certain areas, and answering those questions. Don't be afraid to call us and ask those questions, because I'd rather you ask questions than go look on Google and be led down all kinds of different paths.
You mentioned realtors. I have a few friends who are realtors, and one of the things that sort of grinds their gears is when people come to them before they've been to a lender to get approval. That's the first step, really. You are the first step.
Right, and figuring out how much you were qualified for, and being able to have that pre-approval letter when you go to that table to make that offer. Because sometimes you can make the same offer, but if you don't have a pre-approval letter with it, that just, you know, can help strengthen your file and help you get that home that you may be wanting.
All right. How much joy do you get out of those sitting down when it gets to closing table time? That's a great feeling, isn't
Absolutely, absolutely. Because you know that you got them from step A to step Z, and getting them into that home that is their dreams, and where they can raise families and make those memories.
Then how many call and go, hey, we're having a barbecue, come on over, you helped us get here?
I've had a few, and been able to create some friends out of it too, so it's been really neat.
Awesome, fantastic. Well, again, congratulations to you.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
wonderful work that you're doing. Great
I
to see
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back, everyone. Heritage Academy in Columbus has been named as Best Private School in the WCBI Viewers' Choice Awards. There's a lot of school spirit with Heritage winning Best Local High School Sports Team. Sean Harrison is the head of schools at Heritage Academy, and he joins us this morning, and we began by saying congratulations to you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.
And that, you know, that goes for your staff and your faculty and everybody over there.
Oh, absolutely. I think both of these awards are community awards. I think, you know, Ms. Beth Lucas does a great job of getting these votes out there, and the community takes care of us.
Let's talk a little bit about people making that decision. You know, there comes when your child is starting school, you're making the decision public versus private. There are lots of different decisions to weigh, but I think one of the advantages in being in a smaller school is that teacher to student ratio, and sometimes it's a little more personal.
Yeah, you know, the independent school setting has a lot of advantages that we can provide due to size compared to our public school counterparts. I think, you know, right now we're 12-to-1 student-teacher ratio, so you know, and our teachers do an excellent job of, you know, taking that extra time with our students.
Talk about the curriculum that you use there at Heritage.
Sure, we use the ACT College and Career Readiness Standards. We don't state test like the public schools do. And so we make sure we're teaching to that AC2 to try to get our kids up there and get those scholarships.
Let's talk about sort of the community that you build there. You know, some families start their kindergarten, they go all the way through high school, and several children that come through. And so you really becomes a family.
Yeah, we do. We have several kids that have been there for 12, 13, 14 years, and it's really neat to see those families come through.
It's also neat for you after they've left for them to go away to college. You watch them become successful. Sometimes you have them to come back to campus to talk to the current students, don't you?
Yep. You know, Tyler went before me with J.D. Farman. He graduated from there, and his son will be starting with us next year.
Well, wow. There you go. There's that family atmosphere. Let's talk about this award for best local high school sports team.
Yeah. Coach Harris and Coach Reed, our athletic directors, do a great job leading our coaching staff, and of course blessed with wonderful student athletes that go compete year in, year out for championships.
I think one thing you're going to hear any educator say when athletics is involved, they want their students to perform at a high level when it comes to athletics, but academics come first.
Oh, yeah.
I know you stress that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no point in getting a scholarship if you can't get in academically.
Absolutely. So what do you do to kind of to drive that point home?
Well, we
on
have
campus?
eligibility rules. We constantly check up on them. Once again, being a smaller school, our coaches are able to, you know, keep up with their kids easier, talk to teachers, and obviously we provide time for our students to get the extra help they may need.
All right, we're winding down another school year, but it just really never stops. You probably have about a 2-week period where you can sort of lay low.
Absolutely, yep.
Parents that are interested in perhaps enrolling at Heritage, when is a good time for them to start making those calls?
Anytime. Obviously, enrollment's open now. They can email Beth Lucas at blucas@heritagepatriots.com.
And do you advise and encourage tours?
Oh, absolutely. Yep, we're always open for tours. We could set up shadow days for students to come see for themselves what a day in the life is like.
All right, Sean. Well, we appreciate your being here again. Congratulations.
Yes,
to
ma'am.
you.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, we'll be right back with the winner of the Viewer's Choice for Best Furniture Store. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, everyone. You may have heard her name. Lisa Hawkins is busy, from community work to owning a small business to being a parent and grandparent. Room to Room Furniture is winner of the Best Furniture Store in the WCBI Viewer's Choice, and we are so happy to have Lisa here with us this morning.
Thank you so very much for having me today.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Let's talk about being in the furniture business, and you know, some of the other guests we've talked to about having that family relationship with their customers. Certainly you do.
Oh, we certainly do. You know, I feel like that furniture store is our big home, and we invite you in and want you to feel comfortable when you come in our home so that we can find the right things that you want for your home.
When people are coming in, you know, to buy, you know, there may be a dining room or the bedroom. What do you like to know from them when they come in?
Well, it's always good if you can bring some photos, some magazine pictures, some things that you like so that we can narrow it down and find exactly what you think you're looking for. And then we can give you some tips too.
In addition to being a successful businesswoman there in Tupelo, you are also very involved in the community. As a matter of fact, you got an award not long ago from ICC, the Leadership Award. Talk about being recognized for being involved in the community and why it's so important to you.
Well, so many people have invested in me and my life, and I feel like it's a time for me to be able to give back. It is so much fun to invest in other people's lives, watch them grow, and see, what they become.
People have watched your business grow. They've watched your family grow over
Yes.
the years. We've seen some of your children and grandchildren
Yes.
in some of your commercials. That's fun to have them a part of the business too, isn't it?
We do. We're very, very family oriented. Our staff, we're like a big family. We have so much fun together. Like last week, we all wore pajamas to work.
I saw that.
And yes, and it was just a team building opportunity. But we really do love each other, and we want to invest back into our communities because it's where we live.
Like any other business, you have the ups and downs with the economy, with the
Yes.
furniture industry, manufacturers closing, some opening. How do you deal with that and sort of try to be resilient even in the tougher times?
Well, we've been very, very blessed with extraordinary business the past few years. Things have stabilized, and we can get merchandise now, which is
That's great.
very important. But we just continue to do what we do.
Yes.
Do the fun things, being involved in the community. But as I told my people back when everything was so crazy, I said, you need to be like a little squirrel and save some nuts because wintertime will come. So you don't spend everything that you make.
That's right.
And then we try to reinvest in local businesses, furniture business. We do North Carolina furniture also, but we want our people here to have jobs also.
Absolutely. Well, you are doing a fantastic job. The family atmosphere that you've created there and your love for the community is one of the things most certainly that sustained you. So again, congratulations. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so very
You have to say
much.
one time, there's no place like home before
There's
you leave.
no place like home.
We were waiting on it. Thank you so much again, and
Thank you.
congratulations. All right, we will be meeting more of our Viewers' Choice winners later in the week. That's all for now. We'll see you back here tomorrow.